Okay. Hello from lovely Belize. Uh, I did a couple. I had a couple attempts at 2 videos that I uploaded, and it was by request. Someone requested that I, just go into like the tire shops and see if they would allow me to record a video of them patching a tire. Now, for whatever reason, I am not going to question why someone is requesting that. They're my subscriber, they're my follower, so I try to appease those who are making the channel successful, because I can do all the work, all the legwork, have all the things to make this thing be amazing, but if I don't have followers, I don't have people watching and viewing, it's gonna flop. So another follower who stick with the channel religiously from day one to now, current, stated that I didn't provide enough information about some of the information that I provided in the second video, or my second attempt at trying to record the tire shop doing their thing. They decline, so I understand people concerned, and I gotta respect their wishes and keep things safe for everyone involved in this situation. So that kind of, once the decline happened, it kind of put me in a awkward position, and then I feel myself to maybe be clear. So here we go. So I've been pondering for several years now. This is the reason why I always advocate for give a hoot, don't pollute. Belize, Belize, and beautify Belize, right? Don't pollute, don't litter, plant hardwood trees, because there's a reason behind it. Belize is known for having a chiclero industry at one point. So I was like, it's kind of hard to sustain something like that as a society move forward and adapt to new ways of creating jobs and opportunity for its citizens. But I look at it and I ponder on it and reflect that the chiclero industry is it could be a successful industry, and how can a nation that walked away from that type of industry, how can we take a step back, ponder on it, and see if it's something that is feasible that we can do, and start the process and let it be something that we can harvest 75 years or 100 years from now. So this is the reason why I was looking at the different materials that make up a tire, and I found out that natural rubber, and I provided that information in the a video some time ago, or a few days ago. The reason why, because I was like, also for the last, let's say, 4 years, I've been doing research and pondering on what would it take for a nation, a small nation, a tiny nation of ours, a great nation of ours, to tap into that industry as well, the rubber industry, because it's a multi-million-dollar industry to be able to have, if you have the raw material to assist and create jobs and opportunity. There you go. I also look at the same hardwoods and stuff that we have. I've been pondering on, like, what can we do to create opportunity for our citizens. Is see that the lumber and stuff that they're using in the building of this sidewalk here. I was saying that some of the hardwood that we have, we can try to preserve and plant them and use it as a way to create an industry in making parts for like cars. There are certain automobile that have like dashboards in certain section of their car, they have like woods and stuff inside the car, the automobile. So that was another thing that I was exploring and pondering and reflecting on. So some of the information, when I don't provide it, is because I haven't done enough research on it to like actually, have a good solid conversation. I'm just standing here waiting to deliver something, so that's why this video, you're gonna see the same thing over and over. I'm trying to make a video while I wait, and then talk about why I was doing what I was doing. So as I do these different things, I'm thinking about, okay, for that to be successful, we have to start planting. And for that to plant, you have to look at ways how to harvest the seeds. And these are different things that I have to address and look at. Then not just that, I need to find someone, figure out how to link with someone that knows the different types of trees that I'm looking at and want to try to see how to harvest seeds for that venture, or those ventures that I'm trying to figure out. Because I understand that things like that will take a long time. It's not going to happen overnight. Some of us might not see it come into fruition in our lifetime. As you ponder and things like that, you have to be wise and say, hey, the things that we're doing is for people that we'll never see and they will never meet us. So I know with the tire situation, I know that Belize have access to one of the material. So the thing is, I have to take a slow going process approach at looking at how to gather information, how to acquire the information, due to the fact that guys who knows the different types of trees and stuff out in their natural environment, those guys are much older. And it's not an easy route or a place to gain access to those types of people and information. It's an uphill battle, and I'm not complaining. It's life. Nothing in life is easy. If you want to do something, you're gonna have to get ready for it. They say if you want your crops to grow, you have to pray for rain, right? Well, you also have to factor in that when it rains, mud will show up. There's gonna have different things that come with that, with the rain itself. So you gotta prepare yourself for those other different types of scenario that's gonna pop up and show up. So part of looking at what Mother Nature provide for us, how can we tap into that system and create opportunity out of it? It's going to take time and elbow grease and effort on my behalf and those that I am hanging out with. And then as we proceed and we propel ourselves forward, we got to prepare for setbacks and disappointment. At the same time, I got to be real with myself. There are going to be guys now and guys in the foreseeable future that they're not going to want to see themselves being a chiclero. They're not going to want to be interested in being someone that goes into the jungle and the first to harvest these specific types of timber, like for example the sapodilly. They're not going to want to perceive that as a way of creating a job for themselves to go harvest and cut those, extract those types of timber to make the different parts for the automobile. So if we create an environment where that is an opportunity, a feasible opportunity, then yes. So there's a lot of moving parts that you have to factor in. Plus we don't have the type of equipment. We don't even have the guys who have the information that are there. Yes, we do. We might have some of the guys that have the information, but we have to respect the fact that they're frail and they're in their retirement years. They're out to pasture, so they can't make that arduous journey and go into the jungle hiking and showing and training people. So now people like myself have to try and figure out how to do it with just sitting down and having a conversation with them, and then going and doing research and then learning the terrain, because it's not easy hiking in the jungle harvesting material. I will tell you that. Why I can say that is because I'm speaking from experience at this point now. When I was younger and I was infatuated, entranced, enamored, in love with the idea and the notion of being a bush doctor. I was studying under one of the famous doctors, and you know, someone said that he also got information from the late great Aleo Panti. And one of the things that he did to me, or he was trying to teach me, was he would take me into the jungle and then he would just vanish and disappear. And he would say certain things to me. He's like, now we're out here harvesting herbs, but we're not just out here picking and selecting herbs. You gotta be mindful of where you're at. There are animals, there are natural predators out here. You can make a mistake and lose your life out here easily. You can get lost. So he would disappear, not because he wanted to, but he was trying to hone in my skills. So he was just trying to get my sense of sight, smell, and sound. He was trying to train me to be able to listen, to be able to look at the environment and read it. He was training me to use the trees to look at it and try to learn how to say what time it is, figure out my location. And that location would be like, okay, where am I at in the jungle? North, south, east, and west. And then find and figure out how to hike out. If I was unaware or unsure of where I'm at and I couldn't read the trees and read the signs and the different plants and listen here properly. So just by sight, if I couldn't figure out my way out by sight, then I had to use my hearing and to listen, be keen, and try to listen for the slightest sound that the river or the creeks would make, and then understand just by hearing it whether I am up or down river, and then figure out if I'm up river, then I would have to track down, or if I was away from it, how far I was away from it by listening to the different song as the water crash against each other. Make that decision and figure out where the river was located, and then hike towards it. And as I'm hiking towards it, pay keen attention to the different songs to decipher whether I'm going up or down river, because he would always say going down river was the way that you're going to meet society and get out. He would also have me going at times without food, without water. I would have to use the different plants and things in there to use that to eat a meal, make a meal. I have to learn the plants and stuff to drink water. He did those things because he was preparing me for life, and he was preparing me for when I'm out in the jungle by myself harvesting herbs. He was like, look, there's times you're gonna forget to bring water and food. There's time when your food is gonna, ants or animals gonna get into it, it's gonna spill. So you have to know how to survive on your own. You have to be prepared for the unexpected. So me looking and saying or providing the information about the tires and stuff, like some of the other videos are like providing the information about the history of the Maya. This is all calculated. I'm like setting myself up so that I can align myself and meet these people that can take me on this journey and show me the different things that I will need to make certain things happen. Like I need to get comfortable and going in the jungle. That's why I go and hike in the jungle by myself. Why? Because I'm going in there learning and preparing myself so that I can go out there and start harvesting the different types of plant seeds that I need. So this is the reason why I'm out. I came out and did the videos for the tire, because it linked and reconnect me to the theory and the idea of trying to figure out how to transform that from a theory to reality. And different things like that happen. Everything happens for a reason.